If you're a federal employee, for some of you, your job might be changing, especially if your job could be related to law enforcement. Here's what every federal employee needs to know about recent executive orders from yesterday, August 25th, 2025. Please double tap to share and help get this out. Yesterday, a new executive order just created a new interagency public order unit for DC, told Park Police and the U.S. Attorney's Office to start hiring, stood up a specialized DC National Guard unit, and directed agencies like HUD and DOT to crack down in their lanes. And here's the kicker. That unit can be deployed whenever circumstances necessitate and subject to applicable law. It's a key carve-out. Translation: details, TDYs, and rapid deployments are coming fast, potentially. Here's what the order actually does in plain English. 1. National Park Service must hire more park police for DC. 2. The U.S. Attorney's Office in DC is adding prosecutors focused on violence and property crimes. 3. There's a new online portal to bring in people with law enforcement or related experience to federal components. 4. Every law enforcement agency in DC Safe and Beautiful Task Force must create, train staff, and equip a specialized public order unit for DC designed to spin up quickly. 5. The Defense Department must build a specialized DC National Guard unit, prep state guards nationwide for civil disturbance support, and maintain a quick reaction force. 6. HUD is directed to investigate safety compliance in DC subsidized housing, and DOT must inspect federally funded transit for unsafe conditions. 7. DOJ can request updates to MPD general orders to address the crime emergency. Now that we got into the weeds, here's the legal analysis you won't get on most feeds. So the president's power is strongest in DC because of the home rule framework. So federal direction of public safety in the Capitol has a very unique legal footing. Exporting this model outside DC is not automatic and likely unlawful. It says it's, quote, subject to applicable law, meaning deployments to other cities generally need state cooperation or a separate legal basis like the Insurrection Act. That's a high bar with major constitutional and political implications. On the guard piece, Title 32 keeps guardsmen under state command, but federally funded. The order also contemplates deputizing the DC Guard unit by DOJ, Interior, or DHS to enforce federal law. That's unusual and raises complex questions in command and control, use of force rules, and civil liability. Posse comitatus restricts federal troops under Title 10, less so for Guard under state control, but the second you're deputized to enforce federal law, you're in a civil rights and constitutional compliance world where mistakes become lawsuits. For career feds, here's what to watch. Details and TDYs. Management can assign them, but they must be lawful, consistent with your appointment, and properly documented. You're entitled to clear orders that cite authority, correct pay setting, overtime or premium pay where applicable, travel orders, and training time. If you're voluntold into a public order unit, look for written deputation or cross-designation papers, use of force and crowd control training, body-worn camera and reporting policies, and legal counsel briefings on Fourth and First Amendment constraints. If any of that is missing, you can escalate it in writing. Bargaining unit employees, even where management has the right to organize work, agencies still have to bargain over the impact and implementations of conditions of employment, if applicable. Union reps should be looped in before changes roll out, assuming they're still being talked to. Supervisors, do not skip that step. Avoidable ULPs will sink timelines. Whistleblowers and ethics, you have the right to refuse unlawful orders and to report violations, document everything. If you think it's unlawful, you should comply first, protest second. Protected disclosures about gross mismanagement, abuse of authority, or substantial and specific dangers to public safety are generally shielded by federal law. Retaliation's legal, but you might want to contact an attorney before engaging in any of that. So that's just my quick take on the recent executive order. What do you guys think about what's going on with this? In sum, I think they're going to try to do a whole bunch of stuff, so be warned, federal workplace. But outside of DC, I think they're going to run into a lot more trouble legally trying to do what they're asking employees to do, and that could put employees at risk, in some cases for personal liability as well. So I hope this is helpful. Please double tap and share to help get this out. Thank you, everybody, for your support. And if you want to make sure not to miss any updates from us, feel free to get on our newsletter. It's free daily, Monday through Friday, fedlegalhelp.com/newsletter. You'll just browse over to fedlegalhelp.com/newsletter to put in your name and email address and get going. Thank you, everybody, for your support, and hope you have a good day.